When you sign up for a job, there are certain rules and regulations that come with a task. However, some individuals think it's fair game to commit any crime they want on work property. Of course, nothing is without repercussions, and here are 5 cases where dumb employees break the law and get caught doing it. Case 1. Michaela. Starting off with a suspect who brings shame to all daycare workers by crossing all the limits and raising his hands on a defenseless child. Michaela Grayson Curry, the suspect who worked at a daycare center, was seen on camera hitting toddlers, according to Fairborn police. The video shows Michaela pulling a child by the arm and dragging them across the room, as well as pushing another child to the ground at least twice and slapping a third one in the head with an open palm. After this harrowing discovery, officers showed up at the suspect's home, and the following footage shows the confrontation.
Hi, Michaela. How are you? I'm Officer Bailey.
All right.
You mind stepping outside for a sec? You go ahead and turn around for me. Can you turn around for me? Thank you. Put your hands behind your back. Okay. Let's go down over here, okay?
I'll chat with the family real quick.
Would you?
Annie, can you grab my shoes?
Yep. We can grab shoes right now.
Can we get shoes?
Yeah, sure.
Without speaking a word or providing any explanation to the suspect, the officer cuffs Michaela. The reason for this is that the police already have all the evidence and don't need to waste time with back and forth. Once Michaela is removed from the house, the officer explains the circumstances.
I'll kind of explain everything, okay? So it looks like you got a warrant, okay? It's going to be for child endangering. Did you think something like this was coming down the pipeline? Did somebody kind of...
I've talked to a detective, but
You
that
talked to a
was months
detective?
ago. I figured since it was quiet,
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything in a couple months.
Sure. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke or stick me? Any
No.
weapons, anything like that? Okay.
Can I leave my glasses here, though?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. So we are going to have to place you under arrest, okay? We'll take you to Greene County. Is there
The only
anything...
question I have is Brittany Irick at said Greene County? If so...
I have no idea.
Okay, that's my sister. She was arrested from here, and she's not allowed back at the house.
Okay. Well, that's something I can let the COs know
I
so that they don't...
think there's like a protection order or anything, but yeah.
Okay, well, I'll talk to the COs. I'm sure you'll talk to the COs too. I'm sure.
The officer throws bait for Michaela to latch onto, asking if he knows why he's being arrested today. Judging by the silence, the suspect very well knows he's messed up, or else he'd be arguing back in some way. Another interesting piece of information is the presence of his sister in the same county, raising questions about the criminal history of the entire family. The officer then has a conversation with Michaela's dad.
Yes. 9 counts or something. Yeah, so she is, it's called a probable cause warrant. So pretty much what happened was the detective gathered enough evidence, brought it to like a grand jury, and convinced them that they wanted to hear the case. So right now it's still in the probable cause phase, right? Which is we take her to jail. There's a warrant out for her. We take her to jail, and she's probably going to see a judge for bond or whatever on Monday. Okay, right now.
Over the weekend.
Yeah, she doesn't have bond right now, so there's no bond right now until she can see a judge. Okay, but on Monday,
Is she gonna go in the women's section or the men's section?
probably gonna have to go in the women's section. Just because, I mean, I don't know what the jail's policy is. Okay, that's not Fairborn what we determine. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not 100% sure on it, if I'm not mistaken, if legally, like her legal sex is still female, or his legal sex is still female, then by law.
10 parts.
Yeah.
The dad tries to determine the procedure from this moment on, who reveals that Michaela is transgender, having transitioned from female to male. Regardless of this person's gender, it gives them no right to terrorize little children who cannot defend themselves, especially one who calls themselves a daycare worker.
Is there any way I can have this pushed to the front? If possible. If not, it's...
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. I don't mind doing that at all. You've been fine with us.
The suspect has all the time in the world to care about his own comfort, but feels no remorse for the poor children he attacked, or what those parents must feel knowing their babies were hurt like that. Michaela is then taken down to the station, where he's charged with assault and endangering children. Case 2. Adrienne. We're going from 0 to 100 super quick because our next story is of an Oklahoma woman in a Walmart parking lot who allegedly threatened to shoot a coworker. When police arrived, Adrienne Edwards was reportedly seated inside her car with a loaded gun. Adrienne acknowledged making the threat after receiving criticism for being mouthy from a supervisor. These events followed after she was removed from her car and the officers started questioning her.
So what's going on today?
Nothing. I was irritated
What were you irritated about?
Denver 203, you can clear.
because they written me up for being nailed yesterday.
They did what?
Because I was being nailed yesterday.
Okay. What did they do about that?
Brought me up for it.
Wrote you up?
Yes.
203,
Did they fire you?
No.
No? Okay. So what's the reason that you think the police have been called here today?
I don't know. Because I haven't done anything. I just said it for frustration because I'm irritated.
What did you say to them that...
I didn't say anything to anybody.
Okay, so they're saying that you threatened
I wasn't
shoot
threatening.
people.
No, I wasn't threatened for that at all.
What did you say that maybe they misunderstood about?
Because they don't understand me one bit. Because they thought I was,
Straight away, the officer notices that Adrienne seems extremely unstable, denying that she said or done anything wrong. However, the officers found her with a loaded gun in the first place. Puzzled with how to approach this situation, another officer digs for more details.
All right. So, you're kind of telling her disgruntled, didn't say anything. Are we sure we didn't say anything to anyone about
No.
how pissed off you were, nothing like that?
I was pissed off, but
Okay.
I wasn't saying that. I was saying out of frustration
Saying what?
about with the gun and everything.
What did you say about it?
Popping off, but I was trying to, how I feel without me doing with the threat. You see, so how I want to put this. Because with me by yelling, that's all I want to go post on me, but
Okay.
with me being frustrated.
So if I understand correctly, you're saying if you believe that if you vent out your frustration, it'll keep you from actually doing the action.
Right.
This time, Adrienne admits she made gun threats out of frustration, which is a different statement from what she was saying earlier. Moreover, she emphasizes that she never meant to hurt anybody, but anyone with a sane mind would not be making those threats at all. Since she's made the admission, the officer takes this step next.
Are you serious?
Yes, ma'am.
So I lost my job then. Can I at least hand him my badge and my discount card?
Just relax for a minute, okay? I'm going to talk to my supervisor.
Alright, she's going to be searching you. So is there anything on who's going to poke, sticker, nothing like that?
No, my box knife is in my car.
Okay. No sharp needles?
No, I don't do that stuff at all. I'm clean, except for the cigarettes.
I figured, but I ask everybody, because you never know. Some people find stuff to put in their pocket, forget to
Right,
throw it away.
yeah, like I said, I don't do that stuff.
Okay.
Adrienne should not be acting shocked that she's being arrested and should not ask if she's going to be fired or not. To make a threat about shooting someone while possessing a loaded gun is dangerous enough to land her in jail. After this, one officer goes in to get statements from the two witnesses.
She just doesn't look like the person who would walk in and say, I'm going to kill everybody. Hey,
She's just a very angry person.
angry person.
Yeah, she was the loudest in the story, I would say.
Now, what did she say to you, Kennedy?
Like all together, is that
Yeah.
what happened? Well, she came walking up saying how she was all angry to drive and everything.
Too angry to drive?
Yeah. She was sitting in her car first while we were sitting at the
Right.
Starbucks area. And she was saying what she always says. She always has a problem with our manager, Chris, and
Okay.
coming on to her because she yells at him and then he coaches her for it.
Right.
And usually I'm just like, yeah, that sucks.
Right.
But I'm just grumpy, you know,
Right.
it's like looking at her. Every day she yells, every day she gets in trouble for it, and it's just
Okay.
And I was like, well, you gotta deal with your problems over there. You gotta find something else, like therapy. All of us have anger issues. All of us have issues. You have to find another way to deal with it than yelling at your boss. You just can't. And that's when she just said that she either yells at people or she would shoot them. Okay. She would yell at them or she would shoot them.
And did she the one to tell you she had 2 guns? Who did she tell she had 2 guns in the
I previous got a ride from her, so I knew she had a gun in her glove box, I believe.
Okay.
You know what they say, appearances can be deceiving. Even if Adrienne looks like the type of person who wouldn't hurt anybody, every individual has a couple of loose screws. It seems like Adrienne has one too many as she continues to argue with the officer.
I'm frustrated. I can't say what I need to say to get out frustration.
Well,
when the cops.
Well, listen. You can to an extent, but when you threaten,
I didn't mean it.
listen. It doesn't matter. It's the same as if somebody goes in and like threatens a school or something. Says I wasn't actually going to do it. Especially when you have the ability to carry out the act, when you actually have a gun in your car.
I wasn't gonna really do it.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. We can't operate that way. We can't operate that way. Because if we leave you here and then you go in, guess who's liable?
I wasn't gonna do it.
Doesn't matter.
You're an adult.
I was gonna leave.
No, it doesn't matter. You're an adult. The words you say matter. Words matter. And when you threaten someone, it is not an empty statement that just kind of goes
For me,
out
it's
the
an
window.
empty statement.
Well, that's you.
That's not how
the
we
rest
work.
of the world does not work that way.
The officer deals with her like she's a child, having to explain to her that words, in fact, do matter. If Adrienne thinks she can get away with spouting whatever vile nonsense that comes from the top of her head, she has a reality check coming her way.
When you make a very tangible threat and then you have the capability of doing that, because you do have a gun.
Right, I wasn't gonna really do it though.
But nobody can know that for sure except you, right?
Right.
So everyone else that is involved believes you can, right?
My mother, but I'm not gonna really do it.
But your mother's not here. Your mother's not the one you're talking to. So I would highly recommend, when all this is said and done, if this is an ongoing issue, how old are you right now?
36.
You're 36.
Yeah, it's not ongoing for me.
So, listen, if you're 36 and having difficulty with this, you need to go talk to a therapist or a psychiatrist to figure out another method of releasing this anger. And there's nothing wrong with going to talk to somebody about anger issues. A lot of people should be doing that. But you need to do it because it got you today in a whole bunch of trouble.
The fact that Adrienne would use an argument that her mother finds her harmless to justify her acts today is extremely bizarre. The only thing worse than a criminal is a criminal who doesn't see the fault in their actions. And the officer's patience is commendable for continuing to handle Adrienne with politeness. Even now, he tries to figure out the root cause of her anger.
So what was the reason for today's argument that caused all of this to go down?
I was irritated because the FedEx was late on my medicine.
What caused you to lash out at Henry? Is that the guy?
No, it's my AT. He's my academy trainer.
Okay, so were you upset with the academy trainer?
No, I was just irritated because I didn't deliver it until like yesterday.
Okay, so who did you say? Did you just spurt out like that you were gonna pop off with your?
No, I was sick and he wouldn't let me go home.
Oh, he wouldn't let you go home.
Yes.
What time do you usually get off?
7, but I was lightheaded. I was nauseous.
Finally, some background behind Adrienne's outburst is revealed. However, it still doesn't give her grounds to act the way she acted. If she felt sick, there were much better ways to communicate that rather than threaten someone with a gun. She's then taken down to the station and charged with threatening a violent act. However, it is unclear whether she actually did lose her job at the supercenter. Case 3. Amanda. But you're not prepared for this horrific incident from 2021, when Amanda from Georgia called 911 reporting an infant's unresponsiveness, prompting cops to arrive at her home daycare. The tragedy unfolded after Amanda carelessly placed the baby on its stomach instead of its back. The following footage shows Dunwoody police examining the scene of the crime.
Face down in the bed.
He was laying face down in the bed?
Yeah.
All right, clear.
Analyzing heart rhythm. Stay clear of patient. Analyzing heart. No shock advised.
All right, let's go.
Be sure emergency.
The officers rushed to perform CPR on the little boy, but to no avail. The officers can also be seen discussing how the baby was found face down in the bed instead of face up. The heartbreaking reality hits that the baby is unresponsive, and now the officer will confront the daycare worker Amanda.
You know, I have a family-owned daycare. This is one of my clients.
Okay, have we contacted them yet?
No, I haven't called anyone or done anything yet.
Go ahead and call them.
Yeah, go ahead, let's go ahead and call them.
I put him to bed on his back, but his parents stated he could roll over, but I had never seen it.
What time did you call 911?
I can show you. I was quite fucking flipped out. So I dialed it, and then I think I just kept hitting it, and then I think this was them calling me back.
Amanda tells the officer that she placed the baby on his back and he rolled over on his own. But when investigators run through the CCTV footage later, it is clear that she placed him on his stomach. The audacity of this woman to lie to the faces of the officers is astounding. Another officer then decides to do some more digging.
Charlie suffer from any medical diagnosis that you know of? Okay. And I'm sure you've already talked to other officers. Can you tell me kind of what happened?
Charlie was having a normal day. According to his normal schedule, he was scheduled to eat at 3 o'clock. He had slept a little, like I hadn't heard from him, so I just let him sleep. And then about 3:40, I went in and found him unresponsive on his stomach.
Okay.
I put him to sleep on his back.
Okay.
Unresponsive. I'm still in the process of getting everyone out of bed. So this guy's still sitting here because. So this is the bed that Charlie was in.
Okay, I'm just going to take a quick overview of the whole room real quick, and then...
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Keep his face out of it, I guess, is probably the best thing to do. I don't know.
He's not going to be in it.
No, okay.
There you go.
So I laid Charlie on his back, and I found him in the corner.
This corner?
I see it roll here. Into the...
Since it is quite unusual of an occurrence, the officer tries to determine whether the baby boy was suffering from any illnesses beforehand. At this point, Amanda lies again, claiming that she placed the baby on his back. What's concerning is her airy and casual tone, as if she isn't responsible for a baby's death.
So you said you put him down at what time?
A little bit after 2 o'clock, I believe. That would be his normal schedule, like 2 or 2:30. And then he would typically, he would have slept and then had a bottle at 3.
Okay, so you came down at 2:45?
3:45.
3:45.
I mean, obviously, if I would have known we were having an emergency, I wouldn't have let him sleep, but I thought he was just tired or still sleeping. His bottle was scheduled for 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So I have his bottle on the counter ready to go, like waiting for him.
Amanda's statement here is concerning. If the baby was meant to wake up around 3, it makes no sense for her to be so careless as to come down to check on him 15 minutes before it was 4 o'clock. It is entirely neglectful from her side, and is later revealed that she left him unattended for a whole 2 hours. From this point on, her lies only get worse.
And you just show me, again, like that's for the front, and this is the back. If you just show me how you laid him and then how you found him, let me take a picture. Just show me how you placed him. Sure. Let me do a picture and then show me how you found him.
Ready? Okay.
And there was another child in there, so you put him down and picked one up, right?
I did.
So he was in there by himself.
He was, yes, yes.
Amanda is asked to perform with a dummy baby exactly how she placed the child inside the crib and what state she then found him in. Contrary to footage received from the CCTV camera, Amanda pretends to place the baby on his back. But the most agonizing moment is when the baby's mother arrives on the scene.
Have her go in the ambulance with them. Scottish Rite, ma'am. Go in the ambulance right there. They're getting ready to go.
But I don't know what to tell them either.
Tell them a baby had an emergency and...
I can escort you out when you drop the babies off. And if they have any questions, I can answer those questions for you.
Okay. We can do that for you to help you out.
It's going to be really hard for you to talk to them. Really hard. Okay.
The baby had a medical emergency, so you didn't, nothing...
I just don't know. I don't know what. I just.
Yes, I'll just need an escort.
Okay.
Just give them. So you hear me give them the same message to everybody. I'm not sure what that message is yet, but I need to tell them all something. We had an emergency. What do I tell them? We had an emergency here today, and I'm gonna be closed to am I closed? I don't.
The baby's heartbroken mother rushes to the scene, scrambling towards the ambulance where her unresponsive baby lays inside, motionless. At the same time, officers begin their detailed investigation into the events of the day and realize that something is not quite right.
She said that was the mattress pad, but it looks like it's...
There's no pad in there.
I know. That's what I said. But she said that's what he was sleeping on. They're all like that, though. I didn't want to manipulate it, so I haven't touched it yet, but he was found face down in that corner. Top left corner. She put him back, and she says he must have rolled over, but they do have a camera in here.
I don't know what to tell them either.
Tell them a baby had an emergency, and
I can escort you out when you drop the babies off. And if they have any questions, I can answer those questions for you.
Okay. We can do that for you to help you out.
It's going to be really hard for you to talk to them. Really hard. Okay.
the baby had a medical emergency. So you didn't, nothing.
I just don't know. I don't know what. Yes, I'll just need an escort.
Okay.
Just give them. So you hear me give them the same message to everybody. I'm not sure what that message is yet, but I need to tell them all something. We had an emergency. What do I tell them? We had an emergency here today, and I'm gonna be closed to am I closed? I don't.
Amanda doesn't start crying until she has to face the parents, and that is proof of her knowing she's guilty deep down. The fact that she wasn't even the slightest bit upset prior to that is unbelievable. This is the moment that the gut-wrenching news of the baby's well-being reaches the officers.
With the parents, they've done about 6 rounds of epinephrine. Oh, sorry. And it's not officially called yet, but they're talking with the parents, and it looks like there's no signs of life. So as soon as he gives me the final official word, I'll let you know.
The examiner will do an examination on Charlie tomorrow to try to determine what happened, what the cause and manner of death is. That he may know that information tomorrow. That information may take weeks, depending on different tests that they have to run and things like that. So I can't guarantee you that that information will be available tomorrow. But once the case is completed, and that means once the medical examiner completes their examination, they get the findings, they have to write it up. Then I also have to turn in my investigative report, and the whole file has to be approved by a supervisor. So there's kind of a chain of events.
Sure.
But once that's complete, you can get a copy of the autopsy report if you would like it.
Amanda is updated about the death of the baby boy. Surprisingly, she sheds no tears this time, despite crying about the situation earlier. The officer explains the chain of events that will occur from this point on, and then finally speaks to the devastated couple who have returned from the hospital.
I'm not going to hold you here for right now. I am Detective Taffer. I work with the Dunwoody Police, okay? I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go home. I got some phone numbers for y'all. Let me make sure they're correct, because I will be coming over later, or at least following up with you.
It is painful to see the sad faces of the parents who have lost their baby today. Having to drive home without a member of their family is a nightmare no parent should go through. The officers wind up the investigation after they discover no malicious intent. However, they return a few days later.
Okay. I want you to turn around, face me, put your hands on your back, okay? You are being placed under arrest.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to talk to me? If so, we can go back to the police department and we can talk. If not, you're going to go straight to the cab jail.
Yes.
You do want to talk to me?
Yes.
Okay. So then we'll go back and we'll discuss it at the interview room, and then from there you'll be released to the jail, okay?
Can I tell anyone inside that that's where I'm going?
Attorney, what is she being arrested for?
She's arrested for felony murder and cruelty to children in the 2nd degree.
Since the footage of the daycare center showed otherwise, Amanda is arrested on the spot. But that is when things turn shadier. Following the boy's death, another investigation was launched, and authorities discovered Amanda was responsible for the abuse of 6 additional children, all of whom were between the ages of 6 and 16 months. As a result, she was charged with cruelty to children, reckless conduct, and simple battery. Case 4, Daja. You haven't seen anything yet because the next person on our list is this arrogant female cashier who's been robbing Walmart for a very long time. No one had called her out on her theft of items totaling up to $500, which was captured on camera 5 times until today. The following confrontation happened when police arrived at the scene.
All right, Deja. So they got you on camera, basically taking money from the register, putting it in your pocket.
Money? Where?
Yeah. They got you on camera. Would you be able to empty out your pockets?
And my money.
Okay, can you take that out?
That's her. That's her.
I see it real quick.
Do you have anything else in your pockets?
No, sir. I'm
Okay, I'm gonna have you go ahead and place your items right there. I'm gonna have you turn and face the wall right here. I'm gonna pat you down. You got nothing on you?
Which pocket did she put it
Put
in?
your hands behind you, or like
This one?
not behind your head.
Daja pretends to be innocent while being questioned by the authorities. Unbeknownst to her, Walmart only notified the police after they were positive they had the woman in the act. These cops are certainly not as dumb as the female employee thinks, and they will not be fooled by her today. Daja continues to deny the accusations, so they show the security footage of her theft.
I mean, it's on camera.
Can I see for myself? Please?
I'm going to show you the pictures just to show you.
That's
There's
fine.
a camera like literally right
I
above
know that. Of course.
So here's the times that I guess you were taking it the other days, right? The other days? Okay.
I can't see nothing. I see me taking money out.
And this was,
that's mine, sir.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm going to have her write a statement real quick.
Okay.
It is absurd that Daja refuses to admit her fault, insisting that the video doesn't incriminate her even after being presented with photographic evidence of her crime. They try to get Daja to explain where the money in her pocket came from since she won't acknowledge it, but that's when a switch inside of her flips.
I'm confused. Can I put my stuff back up here
No,
now?
just leave him up there.
This is my shit that I bought for my mom.
Okay, man.
Write the
listen.
statement.
We're gonna.
This is
keep
my
your
stuff
out.
though. What y'all
Okay, right now you're in
mean?
custody, okay? So I need you to
Custody
get
for
your stuff
what?
out. Alright, just write the statement. That's fine.
Like this is my stuff I bought with my money. Why
Okay,
can't I
so
put
then
it back
write
in
that
my-
on the statement.
I
so that
am.
we can- Okay, you don't need to yell at me. Do what they're
I'm
told
grown
you to
as
do.
hell. Don't talk to me how I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you how
Right now
calm.
you're still at work, so you're gonna
I
do
know
what
that.
work's gonna ask
I
you to do. Is to
am.
write that
I
statement.
am, but
So
let them, my people, the people that I'm working for, let them talk to me, please.
okay,
Y'all
well,
don't
they
have
called
to.
us to assist, so now we're here. So now you're gonna write that statement.
When someone is guilty, you can tell right away because they become very agitated. Daja gets into an argument with a female police officer who's merely there to carry out her duties. But if she believes she can threaten an officer, she's mistaken. Her violent behavior just gets worse from here, worsening the already terrible circumstances.
I don't want to write no statement.
You want to put on if you don't want to write no statement, then you can put an X
I
in
don't
there.
want to write no statement.
Well, then you're gonna initial it. You put it in there. I don't want to put no statement. You can initial it. Okay.
Confused. So y'all go.
Write
y'all
no
go
statement and
force
initial
me
it
to
with
write
your.
a statement or
Write no
something.
statement and then initial it. Okay. So this way I can't put in there that you did something.
Here you go, sir.
Okay.
It's initial. DH.
Daja refuses to comment, continuing to believe she's in charge of the situation. It was her one chance to offer an explanation that would clear herself of accountability, but she's thrown away that chance. Now she's going to get a quick reminder of why she shouldn't mess with Walmart employees.
Okay. Now you can remove your vest. Okay, that's Walmart property. You have a work phone?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you can put that vest, the work phone here, place it right here. Did you get a discount card yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so the work vest and your ID and your work phone, you can place it right here.
Okay. So y'all saying that I took something out y'all drawer.
I don't come here just to look at videos.
So what y'all finna do?
Arrest you.
Arrest me?
Yeah, so you're gonna do what they told you to do, is get back on.
Why is y'all arresting me?
Because you're under arrest for stealing.
I didn't steal anything.
Okay, just take off your vest so then we can get out of here.
Okay, can I go home? I didn't steal shit. Like, I'm not even from out here.
She's immediately fired by the manager, but Daja will be facing more than those consequences as the officer informs her that she's going to be taken into custody immediately. Daja protests vocally about this, but she's powerless to stop it from happening. Unfortunately, she goes insane as soon as the officers approach her to put handcuffs on her.
Bro, don't touch me. I gotta get my shit. I gotta get my stuff! Oh, I'm not even from out here. I did not steal anything. Okay. I got it. Okay. You just broke my. Okay. Can I turn around? Ow!
Stop resisting.
Give me your hands.
I didn't do anything.
Put your hands behind your back or I'm gonna tase you.
You're hurting me.
Fine.
No, he's hurting me. Y'all serious
Now
right
you're under arrest for resisting.
What you mean? I'm just finna turn around now.
As soon as Daja is touched by the officers, she begins to wildly struggle. Her actions are ridiculous because, in addition to stealing, she's also resisting arrest, which only serves to increase the severity of the charges against her. No matter how much noise Daja creates, the police will not be discouraged from their mission today. It is during this scuffle that she gets hurt.
You're bleeding. That's why you're gonna.
Y'all did this, bro. After the fact,
why did you resist arrest?
I did it.
Okay.
I did it. I asked,
So
like,
you
can I
throwing
get
the
my
phone at her?
thing?
So you throwing your phone at
I
her?
did. Oh my granny, oh my cousin
on
Greg
video.
that's tatted on me, G.
It's on
I did
video.
not hit her.
Okay, well, you're on body camera, so.
Wait, y'all did all that. After the fact, I asked her politely, can I go in the back and get my thing?
All right. We got a 52 en route.
Y'all don't all three have to hold me, G.
It's coming from her finger right here.
Daja breaks a nail during the violent fight with the cops, resulting in immediate bleeding. She's solely responsible for her injuries, since this wouldn't have happened if she had initially cooperated with the officers. The officers now have an obligation going forward to guarantee she's examined by paramedics.
You want to go to the hospital and get checked out?
No.
Okay.
How about we cover that up so it doesn't bleed all over, okay? Sounds good?
I'm not fighting. I was never even fighting them. I asked them nicely, can I get my things? And he right here, he broke my nail and some more shit. And you
put your hands behind your back when he told you to? Okay.
I was right here. When I was right here, I got up. And that's when he did all this, everything. I don't have to lie about that. And then as me, I'm like, okay, put your hands behind, stuff like that. I'm like, hey, can I get my things? He, no. And basically, I'm trying to get up and turn around. I'm asking him, can I get my things? Because they still have my coat and my purse. And he, like, literally moved my whole hand. Like, my arm is hurting right.
To stop the bleeding from becoming worse, the paramedics tie a piece of gauze around her finger. It is amazing how convinced she is of her innocence, even at this stage. She still insists on not having done anything wrong, even when riding in the backseat of a police car to the police station. But the body cam and security cameras don't lie, and she's charged with aggravated assault, theft, and resisting arrest. Case 5. Eddie. Last but not least, we'll end on a comedic note, as Eddie led officers on a slow-speed chase throughout Georgia. For context, the West Precinct was called to an argument at a waste management company on the 23rd of March. It was reported that a worker was driving a big yellow front loader around the property after stealing it. The loader itself was equipped with a huge bucket up front and weighed about 75,000 pounds. Following is the scene after the arrival of the officers.
Okay, it's not like a tractor?
Yeah.
Okay. Any idea what he's doing?
No idea. No, we have no idea.
Stop. 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 Hey! Stop! I'm 58 radio. I'm an individual who's driving a four-wheeler tractor. He is not stopping for me. I have no way of stopping this vehicle.
This is one of those bizarre tales you tell at home, as Eddie decided the best route to take after a dispute is to drive off in a big yellow loader. The suspect drives away despite the officer's orders to stop, eventually exiting the property and turning onto Corley Road. And that is where the chase begins.
He's gonna go out the main road.
Watch your dick, you ready?
I can't control him. Grab your machine. What is it? One of those things? How fast is it?
They can get up to probably about 30.
Okay, grab that. Quick.
Making a left. Keep me updated. I've got the sanitation truck, the large tractor, which is our best bet. It's a little bit slower, but he's behind us as well.
Hey, radio, we're in front of Victory World Church on Brook Hollow.
Realizing there's no way to stop Eddie with the police patrol cars, the initial responding officer quickly thinks of a plan. He goes back to the company, asks for another worker's assistance, and retrieves a larger building machine that would be able to stop the fleeing individual.
That's Brent.
Use 10-3 for the vehicle, Corley. 10 or Nova.
10-3.
Circle, Brook Drive.
This is unbelievable.
It's wrong.
Keep him up! Hey! Flip it! If you can flip it, flip it!
Now there are two yellow loaders on the road, and the worker eventually catches up with his former co-worker, flipping his vehicle over. The hunt is over, and the officers only have to arrest Eddie now.
What?
180.
Hey, let's get him up since this thing's laying on its side.
The pursuit finally ends 5 miles away from the starting location. The suspect was charged with criminal trespass, theft by taking, fleeing, reckless driving, criminal damage to property, and obstruction of a law enforcement officer.